Hey traders, hope you guys did well today. I'm very happy to be back in the office. Any is just still selling on off. This one's getting a little crazy, making me say, what? I had a few trades today. My mental trade was probably the best. I actually shorted any mentally at 410. We'll get into that one. A few lessons to learn, some things I could have obviously done a lot better. But I'm getting closer and closer to opening up my live account here up in 2019. And with that being said, I want to go through some of these tough areas that I need to work through. Some of these kinks in my trading that I really need to work out. So I'm not too dissatisfied with today. But it definitely could have been better. I hope you guys learned something and enjoy. ADIL, I got 300 shares around 580. 550 is solid support on this. ADIL since Monday has been having morning spikes every single day. Morning spike, pullback. Morning spike, pullback. Morning spike here as well. A little bit of a pullback. So I'm kind of thinking that we might get a little bit of a morning spike or at least get some type of activity. That's why I'm starting here with the starter position. All the volume right now this morning is on ABIL. This was a leading gapper this morning. If we take a look at the chart, there's not a coincidence of where it's getting stopped up at. 280 is the 50-day. 275 is very tough resistance on it as well. Can it break through it? Of course it can. But of course it's having a very difficult time. I want to make sure you guys understand why it's getting stopped there at the 50-day and tough chart resistance. ADIL, this one is dropping right now, coming back down to that 550 support area. It's probably because volume is going everywhere else. It's on ANY, it's on ABIL. Alright, any, I'm buying this right above VWAP right here. Also 340 support from yesterday. I'm going to pick this up, keep a tight stop on it if it keeps coming back down here. This is the first pullback on it, so I'm thinking we might could retest this 370 high, at least once. I'm just going to sell into that little pop right there, just 7 cents. Most likely has more on it, just like I'm saying right now. It's retesting these highs. I wish TD Ameritrade, at least on the simulator, would allow you to short anything, so I can practice my shorting game. ADIL, this one is coming right down to that 550 support, so I gotta scoop it up here. I'm gonna set a stop under 550 here. I'm gonna look to maybe trade this again. It's coming right up to that 200, guys. So this is turning into a short right here. This is what we want to see. You see the volume? We got volume kind of fading on off, and then really good volume to kind of break through key resistance areas. That's what we need around that 200-day moving average. In the live stream this morning, I went over this 550 ADIL support. I, of course, got in a little early, like I always do, but I hope some of you guys got it down around that 550 area. We haven't got the volume yet, which could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. We're wanting any and some of these other stocks to kind of fade on off. So ADIL can start getting some attention. Any, I would be shorting this around 410. So let's take a mental order right now. I'm shorting this at 410, 500 shares. If it breaks up through 420, I'm out. Look at the chart here, guys. This is unreal. I'm not buying this at this tough resistance. We got solid resistance, guys. I mean, the line I drew can actually extend to the left. Let's extend that to the left here. And look at that. Perfect. Beautiful. I mean, it doesn't get any prettier than that. 9 times out of 10, I will not be longing a stock at these areas. It's not smart. And if people are saying they're longing this up here at 415, I really got no comment for that. I'm cutting above 420. The thing is, the price action on this stock is pretty solid. I mean, the price action is pretty solid. I'm not going to lie. Some of these candlesticks up here just getting completely bought up. There's a lot of buyers on any. But I'm sticking with my 500 shares at 410. I'm still going to short you, even if it's mentally. Here we're getting the crack under $4. Holy cow. Alright, I just covered 500 shares. I'm covering my shares at whatever the ask is. $3.90. One thing I really want you guys to note from this is right around that whole dollar area of $4. That thing sold off quick. I mean, after it took out the $4 bids, it went down to $3.70 just like that. I mean, you didn't even have time to get an order in at $3.90, $3.80. And that's why I preach against buying off of whole dollar areas when a stock is overextended. I understand most people place their orders at whole dollars, half dollars, quarter dollars, but when a stock is overextended and it cracks below a key support area with a ton of stops right below it, the thing is going to fly down. ANY, we called this perfect at the top, guys. Absolutely called that perfect there. VTVT, this one is still rolling. It's coming up near some tough resistance areas. We could actually draw a trend on the daily, and it's hit it once, twice, coming up to it 3 times. If it breaks through that, it's got tough resistance at 193, 200 day, and of course $2, the whole number, and 216, the 50-day moving average. You guys know I'm a buyer at multiple levels of support. I'm a seller at multiple levels of resistance. That is certainly not a good idea to be buying at the top of these. Now, if this one just sells on off right now to about 157, 158, I might pick it up because we got a couple upper shadows here. That's the morning spike, which turned into support. So we'll see if this one can come down just a little bit more. All right, just pick some up at 163. We'll see if we start forming some type of a lower shadow here. And we got some green prints moving through, some bids stacking up at 162. And just like that little pop right there, I'm selling right into it. A couple good lessons for me to learn today, and for you guys as well. Patience pays off. Kevin, I gotta stop predicting volume. I think a lot of times I do make some good calls, and maybe potentially ADIL could have gotten the volume if NE and VTVT, wouldn't have gotten it. That's what I was thinking anyways, but I shouldn't have traded it with everything else getting the volume. Also, I need to wait to get in at the support areas in which I'm talking about. Today really wasn't bad. ADIL, I needed to be more patient on that. I predicted it. Volume was elsewhere. Shouldn't have taken that trade. NE, I had a couple good trades here. My mental short was my absolute favorite trade on that one. Was NE shortable for any of you guys? Like SureTrader, CMEG? Please let me know in the comments below. Going into 2019, I want to start shorting more. Shorting is highly desirable for me because you don't have to predict volume. When I go long, I like to be in near the bottom, right? When you short, you like to be near the top. But by being long near the bottom means you kind of have to predict sometimes volume coming through, and that's why I don't like it, because oftentimes I will try to predict the volume. I don't like to be getting in when everyone else gets in. But when you short, you can short right at the top. You can show up late to the party like on VTVT or NE. You can miss the entire move going up and then show up late and say, oh, let me take a short right here. But today is a good lesson on allowing these stocks to get to those support and resistance areas. ADIL should have waited for that to come down to the 550. NE, I did wait for that one to get up, near that resistance around 410. But guys, this is the last Friday of 2018. We are about to get into 2019. Can you believe it? Time is absolutely flying. Unreal how fast time flies. Look at NE now, cracking under 350. I should have scaled out at NE, only 250 shares. But thank you guys so much for watching today. I really appreciate it. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. If you haven't yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And I really hope you guys have a great weekend. We'll see you Monday.